It's mates that don't like craft beer. Well, they're not used to, or tastes like flowers, bro. Or bit weird. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. It's been a fun week. How's the week going so far? Weekend. There was the Midnight Madness from the UK boys. Wow. Harry and Tom doing Vaughan TV, doing brewing, and lots of other people jumping in and doing brewing in the UK as well, Zippy, etc. And just jumping in on Uvo, people all around the globe sort of jumping in and checking them out and watching what was going on, having a little giggle. Uncle Joan around his bananas and stuff. Oh, lots of fun. Really interesting. It's a good way to spend a day, sitting there drinking and watching other people brew while it's night time. It's fun. Yeah, well worth it, guys. You did a tremendously good job. It's a cool concept. It's a really cool concept. And it sort of got us talking. Tiny and I were talking about it actually, and some other people were sort of jumping in and having a little chat on the conversation as well about whether we could do a 24-hour brew. We're all in different time zones. So imagine if each time zone we got ourselves organised to do a video cast of in New Zealand mashing in, and then an hour after the mashing in New Zealand it goes to Australia mashing it, and then it goes to the next time zone, the next time zone, the next time zone, until it eventually goes all the way around the globe and finishes back in the UK with them mashing in, just as New Zealand's sort of pulling out. Wow, that would be quite an interesting thing. You know, it's 24 hours of brewing, 24-hour brew marathon. Whoa, a brewathon. Yeah, I think it's got some legs, this idea. I need to think about it a little bit and see how it can sort out, but I think it's got some legs. But anyway, speaking of legs, this is a beer. Got nothing to do with legs at all. But it is my smash beer. It is the smash beer that I brewed a while back with the Pacific Gem hop extract. So yes, I've had a couple of little tastes. Colour is pretty good, even though it's in a plastic cup. That's right, it stays in a plastic cup until it's worthy to move to glass, and then even more worthier to move to crystal. Schmiegel glasses, crystal glasses, easy to break, that's why I don't use them all the time. But yeah, let's see how it worked. Tastes like beer. It's still a bit young. Still a little bit young in there, but the bitterness is at about the right level. I had 5 grams of hop extract, and I put 3 grams in at hop break, and the remaining 2 grams 15 minutes before the end of a 90-minute boil, was it? I think it was. And that was it. There was no other hops, it was just hop extract and 7 kg of Gladfield's Pale Ale malt. And it has produced, what was my numbers? What were my numbers? Numbers. Checking a little bit of paper here. It has produced a 5.3. Ooh, excuse me. A little bit of a burp. 5.3% beer. Which is quite reasonable. Carbonation, the head isn't quite on it yet. As I said, it's a little bit young to give good head. No more sniggering. But yeah, needs a little bit of age on it, a little bit of forced carbonation, and we'll get this a little bit better, and then I'll bottle it up. And I'm bottling it up because it's a tradie beer. I call it a tradie beer because it's the beer that I give to tradies when they come around and they do stuff for me and give me a hand. Mates that aren't, it's a bit horrible classifying somebody as a tradie who doesn't enjoy craft beer. That's a bit rude, but it's mates that don't like craft beer. Well, they're not used to, or tastes like flowers, bro, or bit weird. So they're not used to that real strong hop flavour and the different palate that can pull out. They're used to just sipping back on a tui and enjoying that. So I wanted to make something that they could sit back and enjoy with me when they came around. So that's what this is. And plus it's a good experiment on the hop extract to see how it worked, and I must say it worked quite well. I would be really keen to try some hops that have a lot more flavour and a lot more aroma in them, just to see what we can actually get out of hop extract. Double fisting, doing some tasting. This is a porter on the cusp of being a stout, and I'm adding some ingredients to it just to see what the flavour changes to and what the profile's like. This is for my SJPORR 2014 challenge. I want to see what X factor I can push into a beer, so I'm just doing some little testing with bits and pieces. I'll tell you what they are. Just doing my research and development phase at the moment, just seeing how the flavours work together to come up with that beer that has that X factor. Oh, it smells bloody good. Holy shit. I think I know which way I'm going. I haven't even tasted it yet.
It is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
Just a quick little shout out to thank the other entrants in the logo competition. Brian, Mike and Kyle. John Vertigan, Paul Heartless. Paul Heartless, you had a great idea for a logo. I think that worked really well. Adding the world with a beer glass in front of it. Yeah. Great minds think alike, eh? CF Wolfneer. I probably bastardised the name as well. It's hard to say names when you're not really sure how they're meant to be said. Tom Hess. Tapping the World. Tapping the World is such a good idea. And Intermezzo. Steelers references. Good stuff. Nice way to try and get your way into the favours of SJ. But yeah, no, I just like to say to all those other people that entered in the logo competition, great work. There was some really cool ideas and a lot of inspiration in it, and it was really nice to watch and see what people's idea of the logo is. You know, just someone else's point of view, because yeah, it's eye-opening. You get some really cool ideas out of it. I'd like to thank Zippy Seal from Berserker Brewery for putting together the video for the logo competition and getting all those logos together and doing an excellent narrative video about the logos. That was great. You hit the nail on the head. You talked the talk and walked the walk about what the logos are all about, and it was really well done. Also, I rapped that I won. Rap that people like my logos. It's cool. Yay. What was it? What was it? Someone doesn't like my logo. Yeah, no, I was rapt that people like my logos. That's cool. As for the SJPORR challenge, all the bits and pieces are rolling along quite nicely. We've got some terms and conditions that are due to be released very soon. They've just been held back because we want to release them with the registration form. That's right, we've got an online registration form for all the brewers to jump on and register their interest to participate in the SJPORR challenge. So this is going to be on our website. We have our SJPORR challenge website now. Boom! And it's frantically being coded. I only brought the domain on Monday. To get something up and get something ready so that all you guys can jump in and register. And it's going to change over time, and you know, bear with while we make changes and bits and pieces. But the first off the blocks is the registration form, because there's been heaps of interest. I know SJ was saying that he's getting up to 20 people a day, or 20 messages a day about joining into the SJPORR challenge. That's a hell of a lot. That is heaps. I've got lots here. Last count, I think I was around about 24 people. About 24 people have sent me a message that they want to get involved in the New Zealand hub for the SJPORR challenge. So if you're in New Zealand and you haven't sent me a message about it, don't worry, you can send me a message and you can register online and stuff like that. We still have ample time. Okay, remember, US are the people that are off the blocks first, so they've got to get their beers done and get them out the door faster than New Zealand. We're right at the end, so we do have a bit of time. But however, in saying that, we've got to know the numbers. So it would be nice if you do want to register and become part of the SJPORR Challenge 2014. When you hear about the website, go jump on and register. Okay? Now what's going to happen is you're going to get a code. You're going to get an 8 character code, an alphanumeric code. Now that code is really important because that's an identifier that identifies you as a brewer, but more so identifies your beer that you're entering into the SJPORR Challenge. It makes things easy when we do the voting system, because every beer, like this one here that says Harry on it, which is actually a cider, and Harry, see, I've got your name on it, it is coming. I just had to get some yeast samples, bourbon, put together to send over to you as well. There's my bourbon. So they're going to be going to post soon. Anyway, what I was saying, getting back to it, an 8-digit code, an 8 character code. So it's a unique identifier, so that when you jump on to do your votes, we know which beer you're voting against and we know who you are, so that we can identify everything. And it's just going to make the process flow. That way we'll be able to see what's missing. For example, if a shipment of beer doesn't turn up, we'll know which beers are missing. If a particular beer isn't getting voted on, we'll be able to go, hey, why isn't this beer being voted on? You know, all those little semantic fun things that we can sort of do when we start logging information. But anyway, the registration form will be coming up very soon, but it's not stopping you from brewing. Grant Baker in New Zealand has already kegged his first SJPORR Challenge 2014 beer contender. I think he said he's going to do three or four. He's going to do 3 or 4 beers and pick the best one, which is going to be his beer that's going to go into the competition. Oh, some serious stuff. So, get brewing. There's nothing holding you back from brewing right now. If you're in New Zealand, if you're in Australia, if you're anywhere in the world, there's nothing holding you back from brewing a beer, registering when the form comes up live, and then sending that beer on, because there's no guidelines. Brew whatever beer you want. Make something that's got it's got an X factor. Anyway, I'll make this Homebrew Wednesday shorter, cut off, finished. While I continue testing and adding interesting flavours to my beer, to my base beer. And I'll let you know when more happens. In the meantime, cheers. Have yourself another one.